All right, so this is our Chapter 10 test review. I've come up with some problems that are really similar to what you would see on your test tomorrow. Your formulas are going to be on there, okay? They're not short answer like you would see here. It's more of a matching or a multiple choice, okay? So, but you do need to be able to recognize it. For today, I am going to just have you write all of the formulas. You need to be writing all 5 of these formulas on your desk, okay? So we're working on our desk. I need the formula for the surface area of a prism, pyramid, cylinder, volume of a prism, and volume of a pyramid. All right, let's go. Okay, team 1, Colin. What is the formula for the surface area of a prism?
S equals 2LW plus 2LH plus 2WH.
Perfect. Plus 2WH. Okay, very good. All right, team 2, what about surface area of a pyramid, Hadley?
S equals area of the base plus area of lateral faces.
Yep. All right, base. Yes, very good. Pyramid, area of lateral faces. Perfect. All right, what about a cylinder, Maddie? Perfect, very good. That's my formula for a cylinder. And what about volume of a prism, Alexa? Okay, B, is that a little b or a capital B? No. What is it, guys? It's a capital B. All right, so I'll give it to you, but you've got to remember, why is it a capital B? Because it's the area of the base. It's not just a dimension, but it's the actual area of the base. And sometimes, we're going to see one in a minute, sometimes calculating the area of the base, that takes a little bit of work. Okay? What about the volume of a pyramid? Joel, team 5.
S equals 1/3 times big B times A.
All right, so it's not S, but it would be the V. And he is correct.
V.
Yep. 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. Now, imagine the reason it's 1/3 is because it's a pyramid, so all my lateral faces are going in, so you lose volume there. That's why it's 1/3. The next set of problems is going to be the surface area and volume. Okay, so these will be 2 separate problems, but you can work both of them right now. Okay, so one team, I think we're on team 6 next. Okay, they'll answer the surface area, and then we'll keep going around. Now, if someone gets it wrong, now remember, you can work together until I call your name, and then you need to read your answer. Okay, so if someone gets it wrong and the next team can steal it, they could get it right, and then they get the next question also. Okay, so those steals just work around the room until someone gets it right. Okay, so we need the surface area and the volume. Okay, so for surface area equals 2 times the length, 3 times the width, 2, plus 2 times the length, 3 times the height, 4, plus 2 times the width, 2 times the height, 4. Okay? All right, so I know that's a lot of multiplication. We have 2 times 6, which is 12, plus 2 times 12, which is 24, plus 2 times 8, which is 16. And then when you add all this together, the surface area is 52 feet squared, which is what Aiden said. So great job. Okay? All right, so that's surface area. Now for volume, Caleb, what did you multiply for volume?
I did 6 times 4.
Okay, he's correct. 6 times 4. So area of the base would be length times width, okay, which is 2 times 3. With a rectangular prism, we could go off of what Maddie said earlier, length times width times height. Okay, so 2 times 3 is 6 times my height, which is 4. And what'd you get, Caleb?
24 feet.
Okay, 24 feet cubed is correct. All right, moving on to the next slide. Okay, now we're going to find the surface area and volume of the triangular prism. Now, I've strategically given you these types of shapes. For one, because triangular prism, we see a lot of mistakes calculating the base. Okay, so be careful of that, because technically you have the dimensions of all three sides of the triangle, but there is one, we'll call it a forbidden side, that will never be the height. If you plug in that value, you will get the answer wrong. You guys are really good about calculating those lateral faces, okay? But get the base right, okay? So we'll try to clear up those common mistakes. Okay, so to find surface area of the triangular prism, I need the area of my bases, okay? How many bases do I have? I have 2, okay? So I'm going to multiply 2 times the area of my base, which is 1/2, times my base, which is 5, times my height, which is 12. I say that painfully because I still have people choosing the hypotenuse for the height of the triangle. The 13 is the hypotenuse. It can never be the height of the triangle. Okay? So 12 is the height. How do I know that? Because of this right angle. Okay? All right, so a lot of mistakes we saw there on the quiz. Okay? Plus the area of my lateral faces. Okay? So this front one would be length times width. So that is what? 13 times 3. Okay? Plus, what's my back face? It's 12 times 3, right? That's on the back side. So that's why I get 12 times 3. Plus, what's the third lateral face that we see? 3 times 5. Plus 3 times 5. Okay? All right, 3 was the height. Okay, so now let's calculate the area of my bases. Okay, so 2. What is 1/2 times 5 times 12? Well, what's 5 times 12, guys? Okay, look up here. 5 times 12 is 60. Half of 60 is 30. Okay? 2 times 30 plus 39 plus 36 plus 15. Okay? 2 times 30 is 60. When I add everything together, I get 150 meters squared. Okay, that's how I got 150. Any questions? Any questions, guys, on surface area? Addie, did you get the volume? Guys, quiet so I can hear her answer. Okay, what'd you get? No. Nope. Aaliyah? Nope. Matthew? It is 90. Okay. All right, here we go. Here we go. Listen, to find the surface area of a prism, I'm sorry, the volume. We're on volume now. Volume of a prism is the area of the base times the height. Guys, we already calculated the area of the base. What was the area of the base? 30. Okay, so I've already done that. All right, so volume equals 30 times the height, which is 3. So my volume was 90. 90 meters cubed. Okay, that was volume. Guys, next slide, we're going to do cylinder. Find the surface area of the cylinder. Surface area of the cylinder. Let's get to work. Okay, so its surface area equals 2 times pi times r squared. What was my radius, Hannah? Yes, my radius was 2 because it actually gave me diameter, plus 2 times pi, please pay attention up here, times the radius times the height, which was 10. Okay, when I did all of that multiplication, I got 25.12 plus 125.6. And when I added that together, the surface area was 150, like Hannah said, 0.72 inches squared. Right, next. Okay, surface area and volume of the pyramid. We're going to use these. Listen, we're going to use these dimensions for surface area. I'm going to give you one more dimension going this way.
Sure, I understand.
Okay, and that dimension is going to be 8 centimeters. Okay, that's going to be for volume. All right, so I need you to calculate the surface area and the volume. I'll tell you right now, I just had to do the 8 centimeters so you could do the volume. It has nothing to do with surface area. Okay, so calculate the surface area of the pyramid and then calculate the volume of the pyramid. Okay, I'm just going to change the volume to 9 centimeters so it'll work out evenly without a decimal. Okay, that'll be better. All right, still figuring it out? Surface area equals the area of the base. Okay, surface area of the pyramid. It's going to be the area of the base, so I'll do a capital B, plus the area of my lateral faces, all of them. Okay, so I'm just going to do LF. That's kind of this setup here. So to find the area of the base, it's a square because I only have one side length. I know it's a square. All right, so surface area equals 4 times 4 plus my lateral faces. So I have to use the dimensions here, which I know this base is 4. So plus 1/2 times my base times my height of my lateral face. So I get surface area equals 16 plus 24 plus 12. But my answer is not 28. Kalani, what did you do?
We timed the right side.
Yes.
The problem, we times it by how many sides there were.
Yes. There are 4 identical lateral faces. This was a very common mistake on the quiz where people forgot when I calculate one lateral face, I then have to multiply by how many lateral faces there are. 16 plus 48 gives me 64 centimeters squared. Okay, so let's explain this one. All right, Team 6 did get it correct. Volume equals 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. Well, I already know the area of my base because I calculated over there. Volume equals 1/3 times 16 times the height of my pyramid, which is 9. Okay, and then 1/3 of 9 is 3, and volume equals 48 centimeters cubed. Okay, all right, great job on that. All right. Okay, some review questions. If it's in here, it means it's on your test tomorrow. We're going to find the circumference of the circle, and then we're going to find the perimeter of the semicircle. Let's go ahead and work on these.
First one, 62.8 inches.
Uh-huh. Okay, so 2 pi r, so 2 times 3.14 times my radius, which is 10. So when I multiply 20 times 3.14, I get 62.8 inches. Go. Perimeter equals the circumference divided by 2. Why would I divide the circumference by 2? Because it's a semicircle, it's half. Then I have to go back and add the diameter. Okay, so the circumference, when I did 3.14 times 7, what did you get, Hadley, when you did 3.14 times 7? It was 21 point... Yes. All right, so she did P equals 1.98 divided by 2 plus the diameter, which is 7, which gives me a circumference of 17.99 and centimeters. Okay. Okay, and then the last 2 problems, we have complementary angles here. And we know that because we have a 90-degree angle. So on your test tomorrow, it could be complementary or supplementary, meaning they total 180. So because these are complementary, I can say x plus 2x minus 3 equals 90. So x plus 2x is 3x minus 3 equals 90. And then add 3 to both sides. And I get 3x equals 93. And I'm just solving for x. So x equals 31 degrees. And that's what you'll be asked to solve for on your test. Now, to answer the second question, if two angles are complementary again, and one angle measures 30, what is the measure of the other angle? Well, if you know that they have to equal 90, the only option would be what number plus 30 equals 90? Well, you could do your opposite operations again, and then you would say x equals 60 degrees. Now, on your test tomorrow on a problem like this, if you just said x equals 60, that would be fine as well. But if you want an equation to work in within, it would be this equation. All right? And if you understand that, that's everything you need to know for your Chapter 10 test.